told Scott, 350% tariff to settle that war.
May 10th, that's when India and Pakistan struck a ceasefire. It's been 194 days since that agreement, and in this time, Donald Trump has repeatedly claimed credit for it. At last count, more than 60 times. Imagine the obsession. On average, Trump has claimed credit for the ceasefire every 4 days. The latest instance was yesterday. President Trump was addressing the US-Saudi Economic Forum. As usual, he could not stick to topic. Trump veered to peace deals and mediation, and once again he spoke about India and Pakistan. This time, he added a new detail. Listen to this.
Look, India, Pakistan, they were going to go at it, nuclear weapons. I said, that's okay, you can go at it, but I'm putting a 350% tariff on each country. No more trade with the United States. No, you can't do that. I said, I'm going to do it. Come back to me and I'll take it down. But I'm not going to have you guys shooting nuclear weapons at each other, killing millions of people, and having the nuclear dust floating over Los Angeles. I'm not going to do it. I'll tell you what, the Prime Minister of Pakistan called me. Thank you very much. He actually said, I saved millions, and he said it in front of Susie. He said, President Trump saved millions and millions of lives. He doesn't even know that, but he saved millions of lives, and he talks about it. And I got a call from Prime Minister Modi saying, we're done. I said, you're done with what? We're not going to go to war. I said, thank you very much. Let's make a deal.
I'll repeat that for you. Trump says he threatened 350% tariffs on India and Pakistan. Now, this is the first time he's making this claim, 350% tariffs. He's talked about trade before. He's talked about nukes, but this 350% tariff is a new detail, and it makes no sense whatsoever. Any tariff over 50% is considered a de facto embargo because at those rates, no one will buy. Anything beyond that is just symbolic. 100%, 200%, 300%, 350%, it's all the same. And Trump did not stop there. Apparently, he was scared of a nuclear fallout. He feared that there could be nuclear dust over Los Angeles. At this point, even geography has filed a complaint. The US West Coast is 13,000 kilometers from India. But who cares about facts? Who cares about reality? We're all living in the multiverse of Donald Trump. Nonetheless, let's set the record straight. The US did not mediate between India and Pakistan. Donald Trump and Prime Minister Modi did not have a phone call. It was J.D. Vance, the US Vice President, who called Indian Prime Minister Narendra Modi. And in that call, no tariff issue was discussed. The Indian government has clarified this multiple times, yet Trump keeps repeating it. And these claims are not being made in a vacuum. They're coming amid crucial trade talks. India and the US are hoping to complete a two-part deal. The first part is to address the tariffs. The second part is to agree to a free trade deal. Right now, Indian goods face 50% tariffs. India wants to bring it down to below 20%. Then they want a larger free trade deal, a deal that will remove more barriers. And to that end, India has made concessions. New Delhi is trying to address one of Donald Trump's biggest complaints, the trade deficit. Trump keeps complaining about the trade deficit. It's over $45 billion. The US buys more from India than it sells to India. This difference, this deficit, is $45 billion. So bilateral trade is in India's favor, and India is trying to balance it. Look at the recent moves. Indian state firms will buy cooking gas from the United States, that too for the first time ever. Plus, India is buying more American weapons. Yesterday, Washington approved a new sale. Javelin missiles worth $45 million and Excalibur projectiles worth $47 million. Put together, it's a $92 million deal. The Javelins are missiles fired from the shoulder. They're used against tanks and fortified enemy positions. India is getting 25 launch units plus 100 Javelin rounds. Next is the Excalibur. It is named after the sword of King Arthur. India is getting 216 Excalibur rounds and some repair services. Fun fact, India already uses these projectiles. We fire them from our existing artillery guns. And you know what's their selling point? Accuracy. These rounds can hit within 2 meters of the target, so they can be lethal without collateral damage. This is what India is getting for $92 million. I know it does not sound like a lot, but look at the larger trajectory. In the year 2007, US-India defense trade was virtually nil. Today, in 2025, it stands at $20 billion, India-US defense trade. Compare that to India's defense trade with Russia. Russia made up 62% of India's arms imports in 2017. 62%. By 2023, they were down to 34%. What do these numbers tell you? That India is diversifying away from Russia and that the US is a crucial part of that diversification. It's an important shift. Until now, this was not an issue. Because you did not have a US president warming up to Pakistan or claiming credit for the India-Pak truce or insisting that he used tariffs to force India's hand. But now you do. With Donald Trump in the White House, this defense relationship becomes very complicated. And yet, India is trying to not get distracted by the rhetoric. India is looking at the long term, whether it's for defense or energy or trade. India sees a partner in the US. Having said that, every country has a red line. Every country loses patience at some point. Let's hope Donald Trump does not cross that.
I was a revolutionary. I became a ruler. I claimed to protect my people. I terrorized them instead. I built palaces. I started wars. I lost everything. Some called me a defender of Arab pride. History remembers me as a dictator.